I told you I'm here to get it, cause baby I'm in my prime. So if you want it, come with it, nobody dimming my shine. Been a long time, homie, since I first got down. Still on top of my game, forever play to the crowd. When I'm in front of a mic and I'm in the spotlight, the Gridiron, man, we taking y'all on a flight. Always coming for the hardcore, this is what I work for. Got 'em feeling for some more, they yelling encore. Verbally, I'm bringing heat to the streets. The flames spitter, my squad, nothing but winners, and you'll never see a quitter. Cause adversity is part of the plan. Just as sure as you go, always bob your head to the jam. So turn your volume up, you can see me up on your screen. Kicking knowledge like you need it, y'all some football fiends. Bringing heat at 100, we the realest around. Welcome to the Gridiron, baby, it's going down now. Like the music buzzing in amps. When I hit the end zone, fans are rocking the stands. Cause I'm an all and known until the break of the dawn. Not Zeke, but I'ma eat the way I'm seeing the film. It's the battle hymn, homie, gonna bang in your ear. And when they hear it, they gon' know the Kings is here. All and known until the break of the dawn. Not Zeke, but I'ma eat the way I'm seeing the film. I'm here to get mine, never gonna dwell on the past. Always moving forward, I won't take my foot off the gas. And I'm ready for the battle and whatever may come. I fight from up in the saddle, go and beat that war drum. If you want some, get some, wicked about to get dumb. Got the crowd getting loud, everybody heads sprung. Hitting hard and coming stronger like a buck from a gauge. Like Micah, I'm a lion busting out of my cage. Cause y'all ain't holding me now, I'll break your barrier down. Go and check your books, cause there ain't no play to be found. They can counter what I'm bringing, you ain't figure me out. Hitting suckers from their gut to their chest and their mouth. And now we steady climbing up to the top. You trying to get on our level, they watch your ass get dropped. Yo, it's your boy on the track, the OG double G. I'm rolling with the heavy hitter, yeah, that's Jersey the King. Let's get it.
What's welcome in to the Gridiron here on this Saturday morning. I am your host, Jersey the King, live on Fuel Sports Network. Excuse me, Kevin Jersey the King Wumble, live on Fuel Sports Network. Please go and download the Fuel Sports Network channel on your Roku and TV. Excuse me, Roku and Amazon TV and devices. Sorry. We got a lot to talk about today. We got some UFL news. We got some IFL news. We got a UFL game going on right now. We had an IFL game going on last night that went on and ended in great fashion. We also got some NFL news as well. So sit back, relax, because we got some fan mail too. So you already know, man, this is the Gridiron. Let's get it popping. It's fuel, baby. Let's Good morning, happy Saturday, good afternoon, wherever you are in the country. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Welcome into the Gridiron Show, live on Fuel Sports Network and Fuel Sports Network social media platforms. I'm your host, Kevin Jersey the King Wumble, and today we got some news to talk about. There's a lot that's been going on, man, and first of all, I want to say, let me fix my camera. Sorry about that, y'all. First off, I want to say congratulations. And I'm saying congratulations to everyone here at the Fuel family and associated with the Fuel family and now merged with the Fuel family as in Gateway City Sports. This past week, there was a press release released by us here at Fuel. We have now merged with Gateway City Sports, and we are now one big, huge company. Gateway City Sports and Fuel Sports Network is now the new Fuel Sports Network. You can check out the new fuelsportsnetwork.com website. It's up, it's running, it's being worked on daily as we speak. We'll let you know when it's fully complete, but you can go and check out what's on there now. But we're getting everything together. Don't worry, just go and check out what we got going on the website as well. I want to thank Derek King and Gene Bonds and everyone over at Gateway City Sports. I want to thank Arlington Lane. I want to thank Jason Spurgeon, of course, and everyone who's made this possible. And it's definitely a huge thing, man. It's huge for Fuel. We got so much going on. We're now sponsored by McDougal Bats, huge back company in the United States. We're also sponsored now by True Victory Apparel. So make sure you guys go and utilize those codes. which is Fuel Sports Network for McDougal Bats, and save 15 now for True Victory as well. You can still get that save 10% with W Energy Powder and save 10 now with Just Meat Jerky. Utilize those codes, man, and get your discounts. 10% for Just Meat Jerky and W Energy Powder, and 15% for True Victory and McDougal Bats. So it's a lot going on in Fuel, man. There's a lot going on for real, and I'm excited for what we got for the future. So you guys just be prepared, man. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, and when those announcements come, it's going to be amazing. But let's get into some football talk. But before we do, you guys already know, make sure you guys go and follow the Gridiron on all social media platforms, and make sure you guys go and follow Fuel Sports Network. There you go for all of your Gridiron locations. And we got a game going on too. So let me pop this up here real quick and see what I'm missing. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm missing some things, and my wife's in the background like, damn. Interception on the 2-point conversion. I guess DC or St. Louis scored. Excuse me. And that leads us into our UFL Week 9 preview. Right now, we currently got the Arlington Renegades up on the St. Louis Battlehawks and leading them right now. There's last week's scores for you at the bottom of the ticker, which we're also going to have a graphic. You already know how we get down. Welcome in, Hit. Appreciate you being here, man. Thank you to everyone else who are watching on Facebook, YouTube, and Fuel Sports Network. I really appreciate you guys. You already know it's all love. WWE's King and Queen of the Ring is on right now too. So I got multiple things going on, y'all. So you already know. Plus, I'm going to the Aces versus Fever game. Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston are coming to Vegas, so it's going down today. I'll be at the game covering that. But I'm excited about Week 9. We're getting into the end of the season. Regular season is about to come to an end. Conference championship games are already set, and I think this week's we're really just playing for playoff position, home field advantage, things like that. Right now it is 11-9. Let me go ahead and update that on the ticker for you guys, but it is currently 11-9 sheesh, I got a lot going on, y'all, my bad. It is 11-9 currently in the second quarter. Arlington is up, and it's been a good game so far. AJ McCarron again is out this week, still nursing that injury to his left ankle. And of course, Coach Beck does not want to rush him back at all. So we're definitely going to see him sit this whole game. Manny Wilkins is getting the start. They're doing it right for the most part. Have been some turnovers, some fumbles. Well, at least one turnover I know for sure, which was the interception on the 2-point conversion. But there has been some fumbling of the ball, you know what I mean, and some not so great play on. And I'm thinking that St. Louis is going to get it together in the second half, but we'll see. You know what I mean? It's definitely going to be interesting. This is what we got so far. Last week's scores. That Memphis-Michigan game was really good. Actually, all the games last week were really good. I can't even lie. All the games last week were really, really good. And one thing I can say, the product on the field for the UFL this season has been good. It has really been good. And I give them credit for that for sure. They definitely have done a very good job with the product on the field. Now, this is what we're looking at for this week. Oh, real quick, guys. Those two games on Fox are regional again. 2:30 p.m. Eastern. Those are both regional games. The Michigan versus Houston and DC versus Memphis game this week on Sunday, tomorrow. Those are both on Fox at the same time, but airing regionally. So make sure you guys tune in and check your local listings to which game will be played in your area. Now, this is what we have for our conference standings so far and our clinching scenarios. Birmingham will clinch the number 1 seed for the USFL Conference Championship with a win or a Michigan loss. St. Louis will clinch the number 1 seed for the XFL Conference Championship with a win and a San Antonio loss. San Antonio will clinch the number 1 seed for the XFL Conference Championship with a win in week 9 and week 10. So they have to win out. That's just plain and simple how that's going to go. So if San Antonio wins out, and let's just say Arlington beats St. Louis today, San Antonio will actually have the number 1 seed and clinch the number 1 seed in the XFL Conference Championship game. And that's going to be interesting. I don't think we're going to see Birmingham fall. So I don't see Michigan getting that number 1 seed. I think that's going to be a Birmingham all the way thing. But it's interesting for the XFL conference because both St. Louis and San Antonio have a chance to clinch. You know what I mean? San Antonio has to win out, and with a loss by, St. Louis, that'll give them a little extra help, to be honest, going into next week. If St. Louis loses this game next week, I don't even think San Antonio would have to win next week, in the last regular season game. So it's going to be interesting to see for sure. Now, that leads me into, our offensive and defensive leaders so far through week 8, going into week 9. And as you see, Luis Perez leading in passing yards, Adrian Martinez leading in rushing yards, Hakeem Butler leading in receiving yards. Then you have Jordan Mosley now leading in tackles. And sacks, you got Carlos Davis and Malik Fisher tied. Interceptions, you now have AJ Thomas and Kai Nakua tied at 3. And you got your receiving leaders, and for some reason they didn't put out rushing leaders as far as the top 5 in the league, but here are your receiving leaders and your points leaders for individual players through week 8. So these are the individual players who scored the most points throughout this season. Then here you got your special teams leaders and your sack leaders. Chris Rowland now leads in kick return yards. Amari Rogers still leads in punt return yards, and Andre Smith is now leading with the most field goals made. Sack leaders, you got Malik Fisher leading, tied with Carlos Davis still, who's still making noise. Now Breland Speaks and Wyatt Ray is now tied with 5 in second, or you could say third. So there you go. And now here you go, your power rankings by RJ Young. And I can agree with these power rankings for sure. I'm definitely fine with those power rankings and not a problem in my book at all. As far as the MVP power rankings go, I guess I'm okay with this. I don't think Jake Bakes should be in the MVP conversation any longer. I think there are enough skilled players out there to beat him out. But hey, I give him credit for being there. You know what I mean? I definitely give him credit for being there. What's going on, Mike? How you doing today? Mike says no shots at Manny Wilkins, but what happened to Brandon Silvers? XFL starter last year is now QB3. That's wild. Also, with as successful as Adrian Martinez is in Birmingham, does every underrated Matt Corral get a reboot somewhere next year? I mean, it's interesting to see if it will happen. I don't think Brandon Silvers has the mobility that. This is the thing. Brandon Silvers doesn't have the mobility that Manny Wilkins does. Period. And neither does AJ McCarron. So when you get that extra added element to a QB, why would you put in Brandon Silvers when he doesn't have that mobility? Manny Wilkins can open up the playbook a little bit more. He can stretch the plays with his feet. He can get out of the pocket and scramble and pick up yards if he needs to. AJ McCarron and Brandon Silvers can do that, but not as well as Manny Wilkins. And that's why I believe Coach Beck is giving him a shot over Silvers, because I feel he brings that mobility element that St. Louis doesn't have in any other quarterback, period. Manny Wilkins is faster than AJ McCarron and Brandon Silvers. He's quicker and he's more agile when it comes to his mobility. So that's why he's in and not Brandon Silvers. They need that. That was missing with AJ McCarron. Not saying he can't do it, but he can't do it as well as Manny Wilkins because he doesn't have the speed as Manny Wilkins. Not downplaying AJ McCarron whatsoever. I'm just saying he doesn't have the mobility that Manny Wilkins has. And Brandon Silvers doesn't have the mobility that AJ McCarron or Manny Wilkins has. So that's why AJ McCarron is first string because of who he is and his NFL experience and his play. But Manny Wilkins is second string over Brandon Silvers because Brandon Silvers doesn't have what AJ McCarron or Manny Wilkins has. And that's just my personal opinion, but I believe that's what, Coach Beck sees as well. So, it's just interesting. Also, guys, the conference championship games, as I said, are set. And Saturday, June 8th, you'll have the USFL Conference Championship at 3 p.m. Eastern in Birmingham as of right now. And as of right now in St. Louis will be the XFL Conference Championship game, and that's going to be on Sunday on my birthday, June 9th at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then the championship, of course, is set. And as you see, the trophy has been presented. And speaking of, the trophy being presented, it has been unveiled, and we will get into that when we come back from this quick commercial break right here, live on Fuel Sports Network. This is the Gridiron. I am your host, Kevin Jersey the King Womble, and we'll be right back.
If you aren't perfect, if you've ever struggled, if you've ever failed, if you want to get better, be better, and make our world better, this is the perfect brand for you. True Victory. Founded by U.S. military veterans, True Victory is a sportswear and streetwear brand dedicated to building everyday champions on and off the field. We're a cause. Our purpose is to transform lives and elevate humanity through the power and unity of sports, positive stories, and serving others. We're dedicated to the game, the grind, and the globe. But most importantly, we're dedicated to you. That's what it means to be. Always true.
Welcome back to the Jersey the King Show live on Fuel Sports Network. I'm your host, Kevin JTK Womble. Welcome back to the Gridiron. Sorry, I'm just out of it today, man. Welcome back to the Gridiron live on Fuel Sports Network. I am your host, Kevin Jersey the King Womble. Welcome in to the new viewers who have just joined us. We've been speaking about the UFL and what's currently going on. What's going on, Nick? How you doing today, brother? Welcome in. I appreciate you being here. Yes, I am having a great day. I hope you're having a blessed day as well. And most definitely, guys, man, it's a great Saturday. Currently right now it's 19-9 right now. Arlington leading the St. Louis Battlehawks in the second quarter with 40 seconds left. So, and St. Louis has the ball. They're trying to drive and get down the field and make some type of noise. See, Manny Wilkins. That's exactly what I was just talking about, Mike. Manny Wilkins, man, he's been doing a lot with his legs, and that's what's helping him stay in the game, as the QB2 over Brandon Silvers. But this past week, the UFL reveals its championship trophy. They put out a press release here, unveiling the trophy and letting everybody know who they worked with on the trophy. The A Train is in the building. Welcome in, my brother. How are you feeling this morning? I appreciate that. He said, I'm gonna put the TV on. Yes, you can find us on Fuel Sports Network on your Roku and Amazon TV and devices. Go download us. But there you go, right there. There's the reveal press release of the UFL trophy. I actually had another graphic of the actual trophy, close-up pictures, but there's the trophy itself. I don't have a problem with it. I just listen, I showed my wife the pictures of the trophy, and she's like, "Oh, it looks like a urinal." Where do you get that from? A urinal? Like, come on. She kills me. She's like, look, if you just seal off the back and close that up, it looks like a urinal. And I just start rolling, and now I just can't unsee that. So shout out to my wife for just ruining the trophy for me. And I like the trophy. I just feel it's missing something. I feel they should have put a ball in the middle or something. You know what I mean? If you look at this picture again, if you guys can see it, I feel they should put I feel a ball's gonna go there, but I just feel like that, they could have made like a little glass ball, a little crystal ball, something like the BCS used to look like. You know what I mean? That's what I feel they could have did, and that's just my opinion. I like the trophy. I think it's really, really nice. I think I like the idea that they have basically, like, if you look at the UFL logo and you look at the arrows, the little brackets, it kind of looks like that at the top of the trophy. You know what I mean? If you look at the very top of the trophy, that's what it kind of looks like as well. It looks like, the United Football League logo, just the brackets right there, and if you were to put UFL, United Football League, in the middle, it would look nice and it would look like the logo's right there. But I think they're going to put football there. And that'll be dope if they come out with and present like a diamond football, or, you know what I mean? Some jeweled out football. That would be so dope, and place it in the middle of their perfect trophy. Beautiful. I'd love it. Not even gonna lie. Also, the Arlington Renegades, speaking of them, as they're winning 19-9 right now, they received their championship rings yesterday. Look at them rings. Look at that ring. That is nice. A little small in my opinion, but it's nice. I do like it. I do like it. Also, the UFL and Sports Business Ventures have finalized their partnership to amplify new job opportunities at the UFL. So there you go. UFL making some more partnerships, making some more noise, and I dig it, y'all. I dig it. Also, this is surprising to me, but I love this. The Birmingham Stallions is hosting a youth skills camp Friday, May 31st at Protected Stadium for ages 5 to 13. The camp schedule is as follows. So, sign up. Do your thing. That is dope. I really like that. I'm really digging that, you guys. Shout out to the Birmingham Stallions for holding a youth skills camp in Birmingham at Protective Stadium, man. That is super dope. Make sure you guys go and check it out if you're in Birmingham area, and take your kids, man, especially if you have kids that are in football. Definitely take your kids out there and let them have some fun and hang out with the players of the Birmingham Stallions and Coach Skippy. You know what I'm saying? That'll be dope. Now, moving on to some IFL news, you know what I'm saying? Now, forgive me on the following graphics. I messed up. I apologize. But it's IFL week 11, and my Vegas Nighthawks got a bye week. But we had a game last week, and we lost. It's okay. We lost in overtime. It's all right, though. If you watched my recent show on the Jersey the King show on Thursday, I had Vegas Nighthawks running back Antonio Wimbush on, so go check that out. But yesterday, the Green Bay Blizzard, who shockingly beat up on the Frisco Fighters a couple weeks back on a military appreciation night, they defeated the Iowa Barnstormers 54-40. Great game. Definitely got to give them credit for that. And that's why I said, forgive me on the graphics. I did screw up a little bit, but yeah, it is week 11. But this is what we got going on for the rest of the week. We got the Oilers versus the Pirates. We got the Duke City Gladiators trying to get their first win, going up against the Rattlers of Arizona. We got San Antonio Gunslingers going up against the Bay Area Panthers. Sugar Skulls of Tucson, who defeated the Vegas Nighthawks last week in overtime, looking to get a win over the Northern Arizona Wranglers. And the Frisco Fighters are looking to bounce back from that loss from Green Bay, and they're taking on the San Diego Strike Force. And these are your current standings in the IFL Western Division or Western Conference and Eastern Conference right now. And as you see, man, Frisco's still 6-2, but I think I kind of don't like that they're 6-2 in number one, because honestly, if the Green Bay just beat them, so to have them number two doesn't make sense. As well as the Vegas Nighthawks being number two when they beat Bay Area, you know what I mean? But I think it's the conference record in the Western, because we have another game against Bay Area, and I'm interested to see. It's going to be at home. I'm interested to see how we take care of things and take care of business and beat them again, and just, get the number one Western Conference standing rate, or ranking again. I mean, I don't understand why we're not at the top of the list at number one when we beat Bay Area. So IFL, get it together. Don't understand your conference standings right now. I mean, I understand if it's because of the 5-1 compared to the 6-1. I get that. But then what's going on in the East? Green Bay 6-2, Frisco's 4-1. So I mean, is it because they haven't played their fifth conference game yet? Let me know something. It's not making sense right now. It really isn't, man. It really, really isn't. So we got to figure that out, because I mean, honestly, if you really look at the standings, let's look at these standings again. And I'm harping on this because I don't get it today. I'm looking at it and I'm like, I get the 5-3, 5-3, 5-3, 4-4. You know what I mean? I get the lower seeds, the lower rankings, and the lower ranked teams. I get that. But when you're looking at the top two teams, how is that the way it is? You know what I mean? Like, let's really, really look at this. If we're going by record and if we're going by, head-to-head matchups, Green Bay beat Frisco. It was like 67-38. Vegas beat Bay Area in Bay Area, and it was like 58-54, I believe. So how are we not getting Bay Area at number two, Vegas at number one, and Green Bay at number two, or Frisco at number two, Green Bay at number one in these standings? It's just, it baffles me right now, and that's why I'm harping on it a little bit. You know what I mean? Shut up. All right, 15-9 at halftime. St. Louis has come back and scored. Let me go ahead and update you guys. Let me go ahead and update it for you guys. Update the ticker. But yeah, man. So we'll see if the IFL gets it together and changes the rankings, or comes out with an explanation on why the heck it is like that. But I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. There's not a whole bunch of other news. I can say in the NFL, I can say though in the NFL that there was a big announcement this past weekend. And we will talk about that big announcement when we come back from this commercial break, live right here on Fuel Sports Network. This is the Jersey the King show, or this is the Gridiron. See, I'm on one today. This is the Gridiron with your co-host. I'm missing my host again. He'll be back next week though. He'll be back next week. But this is the Gridiron live on Fuel Sports Network. We'll be right back after this commercial break. and I get my daggone bearings together, man. I'm sorry, y'all. A little flustered with verbiage today, but we're gonna get it together. It's the Gridiron live on Fuel Sports Network. Make sure you download the Fuel Sports Network channel on Roku and Amazon TV and devices today. We'll be right back.
Hit for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Hit for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. I'm on my job, I get it done, but you should know that. Shine like a sun, a 101, you should know that. I get the front and in the back, you should know that. No need to stun, it's never cap, you should know that. All I know, 10 toes, never fold, bang roll, on the go, ice wall, ice wall, ice wall. Hit for my win, I need my hands. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Hit for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in.
Welcome back to the Gridiron live on Fuel Sports Network. I'm your host, Kevin Jersey, the King Womble. And during the break, one of the viewers commented in the YouTube chat, hit one of our faithful viewers. He said, Gabe's been gone so long. He's like the stepdad who walked out. I can't. He said he's like the stepdad who walked out. Gabe, shots fired, man. I can't wait till you come back next week and get on Hit's head, man, because Hit's a fool. But we love you, Hit, man, and thank you for all the support that you show us here on the Gridiron. And thank you for all the support that you show Fuel Sports Network, man. We definitely appreciate you. And thank you, everyone else. Nick, Mike Tackett, my mama, everybody who's watching, my wife, all my friends and family, all the viewers in the Fuel Legion, the whole Legion that's out there. Thank you guys for making us who we are, man. Thank you guys for supporting all of our shows. Thank you for supporting the content that we put out and appreciating the content that we're putting out and demanding more. And I love it, man. I do love it. It's just, it warms me up, man. I'm telling you, it warms me up. But it's halftime. Arlington is up 19-15. Over the St. Louis Battle Ducks. No, I'm just playing the St. Louis Battlehawks. Yeah, I know I gotta talk about stuff. But here is good. What's going on, Excalibur? Going on? How you doing? I hope y'all are ready for his announcement. Or if you haven't checked out his announcement this morning, go check out Excalibur of the Lou's page on Facebook and go check out his announcement to all the Battlehawk fans out there. Y'all know I talk my mess. I like to have fun, but go and check out Excalibur of the Lou and check out his announcement to all the Battlehawk fans as y'all go into battle today, man. You're currently in a tight race right now, or tight game right now. So, make sure you go and support all the fan base out there in the UFL. Definitely. Like I said, big announcement in the NFL. Former Patriot, Miami Dolphin, and was going to actually be with the Philadelphia Eagles this season. Devontae Parker calls it his career in the NFL after 9 seasons and retires. Over his 9 seasons in his career, he accumulated 402 receptions, 5,660 yards receiving, 27 receiving touchdowns as well. And he was drafted in 2016 to the Dolphins. And then he was eventually traded to the Patriots and then signed with the Eagles, but only onto the practice squad this past offseason. Well, during the offseason this year. And and ultimately called it quits and retired. So that's huge, man. I'm not even gonna lie, that's actually big news because the Eagles fans were looking forward to having him on this roster this season. So that is really, really big news, man. And coincidentally, though, he did not. Well, they did. Okay, I didn't read this all the way, but he says I also appreciate the Dolphins for drafting me and giving me the opportunity. I always will have love for the Dolphins and their organization, and I want to thank all the teams, the Patriots and the Eagles, but the Dolphins were the first team, and I really want to thank them. Thank you, Devontae Parker from the Dolphins. So there you have it, man. Great career over 9 seasons, man. I mean, 5,660 yards is a lot. 27 receiving touchdowns. It's not the highest number in the world, but I mean, over 9 seasons and being a number 2, a lot of his career. He's had an opportunity of being number 1 as well, and he made the best of it. But as I'm saying, he had a great career for what he did. You know what I mean? So you got to give him credit, and he called it quits. He's looking for something else, I guess, to do in his life now, and he's just embracing what the future has for him. And congratulations on a successful career, and we wish you all the best here at Fuel. And going forward, we hope for nothing but the best for you. So congratulations to Devontae Parker after he retires, man. Most definitely. Also, I got some news on Espen. Jalen Tolbert is set to be wide receiver 3 for the Dallas Cowboys, behind, of course, wide receiver 1, CeeDee Lamb, and wide receiver 2, Brandon Cooks. So this is interesting, man. He did really, really well last year as a rookie. So I'm interested to see how well he's developed. I'm really, really excited to see it as well, because I saw his growth during the season last year, and he started getting a lot of targets from Dak, and he was making them catches, man, and that's big coming in as a rookie. You know what I mean? Your quarterback looks at that. You got to imagine Dak put the ball in tight windows sometimes, and Jalen Tolbert had to make those certain kind of catches that you would think a rookie wouldn't be able to make right away, and he showed flashes of superstardom, future superstardom last year, and it's just nothing but growth. He's kind of looking like what CeeDee Lamb did in his rookie season, but not on the same level, because CeeDee was lights out his rookie season, but Jalen Tolbert did very, very well. He was very, very impressive last season. So that's big for him. Congratulations to Jalen Tolbert. Congratulations to my Cowboys. Then there was some other news with Dak, and he's like, Adam Schefter posted this, and I'm like, what? So I reposted it. And my question was, then what do you play for? Because Dak Prescott had the nerve to say, I don't play for money. What? You don't play for money? Then what do you play for, Dakota? Because as far as I know, there's a bunch of people in the NFL who wants to be the top paid player at their position, if not the top paid player in the NFL. So for you to say that statement, what are you playing for then? That was a dumbass statement. Excuse my French, but Dakota Prescott, that was a dumbass statement. You don't play for money, then what do you play for? You don't play for money, then why are you so worried about how much you're getting in this contract extension, if we even give you one? Can you answer that question for me? Because it really don't make no damn own sense. Because you say you don't play for money, but you're one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league, and you're looking for a contract extension. This is one reason why we ain't got no goddamn money. Excuse my language. We don't have no damn money to free agent fish. We can't fish for free agency. We can't do nothing because you got all the money. We're going to take a $50 million cap hit and then what, another $30 or $40 million cap hit, or a $40 million cap hit and then another $40 million cap hit, something to that nature because of your contract. And if we extend you, we're going to have to give you an extension to basically have you end your career in Dallas. So where on God's green earth do you feel that you don't play for money, Dakota Prescott? Please let me know. Like, I really, really need to know this because it doesn't make any sense. You don't play for, how you make that statement, dude? How do you make that statement, bruh? Like, that is the corniest thing you could have ever said out of your mouth, knowing that it was going to go viral. Knowing it was going to go viral. You make a statement saying, I don't play for money. Look me in my eye, Dakota. Right there in the eye. In this one right here. Look me in my eye and tell me that. What do you play for then, sir? Because that just makes no sense whatsoever. I don't play for money. But you're one of the highest paid players in the NFL, one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL. And Dallas is going to take a horrible cap hit over the next 2 seasons because of your contract. And you don't want to, you didn't voluntarily come in to the office and say, hey, Jerry, hey, Steven, I want to restructure my contract to free up enough cap space for us to make some free agency moves, for us to be able to do this and do that. But you didn't do it, Dakota Prescott, a.k.a. Division Around Dak, hashtag Division Around Dak. You didn't do it. And I was believing in you last season. And me and Gabe over the season last season argued back and forth about you, Dakota Prescott. I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm serious. I don't. But hey, that's that guy. That's him. He says he doesn't play for money. Then what does he play for? You know what I mean? What the heck does he play for then? Listen, guys, I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. We all know that. I'm just not a big, huge Dak Prescott fan. And I don't know, man. Also, other news in the NFL, Max Crosby got an extension with the Raiders. Ooh, he's about to get some bank. What's going on, Jeremy? Yes, you are absolutely right, brother. Hey. Don't be dissing my Cowboys, okay? Don't be dissing my Cowboys. But they're like the worst offseason team of any team in the league. And when I say that, I mean that. Like, we barely do anything in the offseason. And when we do, it's like a little splash. Just a little. You know, that's it. Just a little. That's it. And that's it. And it don't do nothing. And Jerry's like, oh, we're all in. All in what? All in to lose again in the divisional round? Because that's the only place Dak can get us to. He can't get us past the divisional round. Let's make it make sense, people. Let me sip my coffee because that doesn't make sense to me. We don't do nothing. Derrick Henry wanted to come to Dallas. He was waiting on a call. Derrick Henry bought a house in Dallas, and everybody's like, oh, that's not because he wants to play in Dallas. Then why else the hell would he buy a house in Dallas? Come on now. This man bought a house in Dallas because he wanted to, but he said it on social media. I was waiting on a call from Dallas, but no one ever called. We would have been able to get him at a decent price because he wouldn't cost a lot because he wanted to play there. Like, Jerry Jones, what are you doing? Open up your freaking eyes, man. This man wanted to come to Dallas, man. It doesn't make sense, man. It doesn't make sense, man. I don't know. Another quick question I want you guys to think about for next week. And if you want to send in your fan mail questions, because we're going to be getting into some fan mails after we take this last commercial break. But I want you guys to think about this. Is the UFL a kickers league? My co-host, OG Double G, Gabe Garcia, asked this a couple weeks ago on the Hellraisers podcast show. And he said, is this a kickers league? Is the UFL a kickers league? Are we going to see more kickers get to the NFL and get signed to teams and actually be on the field and get starts and get action than we will other skill players? And that's a great question. I want you guys to think about that. And when we come back from this commercial break, we're going to get into some fan mail. And next week, if you guys want to send in some fan mail, especially to ask me some questions about any league, do so. If it's football related, talk to me. Let's talk about it. You guys see, I put it in the description every time. Come jump in the trenches with me and let's talk about it. This is Jersey the King, Kevin, Jersey the King Womble, right here on the Gridiron, live on Fuel Sports Network. Again, if you have not downloaded the Fuel Sports Network channel on your Roku and Amazon TV and devices, go do so. Go do so. Come see my pretty face on your TV. Come see all the rest of the shows that we have to offer on Fuel on your TV, man, because it's an awesome thing. We got it going. We got it going on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just excited for the future of Fuel. And again, if you haven't been paying attention to the Fuel social medias, we have merged with Gateway City Sports, and now we are a bigger, larger entity. So shout out to Fuel. Shout out to Gateway City Sports. Shout out to everyone involved in what we got going on. I love you guys. I thank you guys for everything we've done to make this all happen. And to you guys, the fans, to all of you, thank you for making Fuel what we are. We wouldn't be here and wouldn't be able to say we've made these accomplishments if it wasn't for you guys supporting us and being there at all times, man. So thank you guys. We'll be right back after this commercial break, and we'll get into some fan mail, y'all. So keep it locked right here on the Gridiron, live on Fuel Sports Network. I'm your host, Kevin Jersey the King Womble. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsor.
Houston, we've triumphed. I've made it back to Earth with the cargo intact. The game-changing, time-sensitive payload is none other than the revolutionary energy flavor we've all been waiting for. Introducing Merc Mayhem Cherry Limeade. Merc Clan played a crucial role in securing this energy flavor, and together we've unlocked the future of power. Merc Mayhem is not just a drink, it's a statement, a fusion of relentless energy and bold flavor. The secret is out. Merc Mayhem is set to redefine the energy landscape, leaving ordinary drinks in its cosmic dust. Get ready for a taste explosion that matches Merc Clan's unparalleled power. Join the revolution, and let's unleash Merc Mayhem upon the world. Astronaut M signing off.
In the game, forget the money and fame. Stay ready, making sure that they'll remember my name. I got a hunger inside. When the numbers are tied, yo, I'ma turn it up a
to the Gridiron, live on Fuel Sports Network. I'm Kevin Jersey the King Womble, your host. And of course, we're back with some more news because currently it's the third quarter in the UFL game that is currently on. I know I say it's at halftime, but we are in the third quarter. And actually, no, it's quarter three, still 19-15, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, from what I just saw, trying to get a glimpse of everything during a commercial break, St. Louis has the ball, not mistaken, or the halftime isn't completely over. But anyways, make sure you use this Fuel Sports Network discount code as you see scrolling across your screen. If you go to McDougalBats.com, you can use Fuel Sport Network, Fuel Sports Network, and use that code to get 15% off on your McDougal Bats order. You can also use Save 15 now for the True Victory apparel discount. You can say you save 10% for the W Energy, and you save 10 now for Just Meat Jerky. Make sure you guys go and check that out. Also, as the good doctor says here, what's going on, Denzel? Welcome in, brother. As the good doctor says here, a new show is coming to Fuel, dropping next week, called For the Love of the Show. As well, another new show is coming called Toasted Tavern, and some other shows are in the works. So, you know, the 10 counts coming, the goats coming, some other shows are coming, some other shows are coming, other stuff's coming, and this stuff's coming, and so much stuff is coming to Fuel, and you guys are gonna be overloaded. You're gonna be like, dang, y'all. Dang. No, I'm watching the King and the Queen in the Ring as well, and the Battle Hogs, man. So I appreciate the love, man. Thank you for being here, Denzel. Now, let's get into my favorite part of the show. Y'all know what time it is, man. Y'all know what time it is, don't you? No? Are you sure you don't? I think you do. I think you do. It is mail time. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We got some mail time from my man Hit. No other mail time was sent in today. We got some mail from Hit. His first question is, now that you're more in tune with the sport of football, and not just from a fan's standpoint, but business as well, do you feel each generation is getting better or worse? Um, to be honest, man, it's not that it's getting better or worse. I think, in my opinion, the game is getting a little bit more soft than what it was back in the day. And a lot of it is because of injuries and player safety. And I get that, and I'm not knocking it, but I just feel like the league has gotten a little soft. Now the play's still good, you know what I mean? For the most part. I mean, if you want to get my real true opinion and not my TV opinion, you gotta come holler at me on Discord or something like that, more private platform, and I'll speak more freely. But it's not, in my opinion, getting better or worse. It's just a matter of the league has gotten more adamant about player safety and protecting these players, So at the end of the day, I honestly feel that it's more getting softer, with what players are allowed to do, especially like when it comes to tackling. That's my opinion. You know what I mean? So there you go. Now, it's off topic question. I love this question right now. What is your guilty pleasure TV show that other people don't like or downplay? There's a few, man. There's a few. I like a lot of shows. I like La Brea. I feel they should have came out with a another show, a spinoff show, and called it like 10,000 BC. I thought La Brea was really, really good. I also like Manifest. I wish they would have kept that. Yeah, CT is definitely real. CT is definitely real. That's why I said I don't mind it. But yeah, Manifest, I think they should have kept that season going, or kept that series going, a couple more seasons, or at least try to do something with it to make it continue. Um, ooh, the Battlehawks are up now 21-19 over the Renegades right now. They just scored, and it is the third quarter. So yes, it's going down. But yeah, There's a few, man. I watched Tyler Perry's The Oval, Tyler Perry's Sisters, Tyler Perry's Ruthless. Never thought I'd watch that show. It's wild as hell, but I'm so serious. That shit is wild. If you watch that show, you're gonna be like, "Oh my goodness." But yeah, excuse my language. Sorry. There's a few shows, man. There's a bunch of shows that I watch. All of Us Are Dead. It's a Netflix series. Can't wait for season 2. Um, there's a lot, man. There's a lot, and a lot of people don't like some of the shows that I do watch. If you haven't seen it, Best MMA show. Look for Nick Jonas was in it. What's it called? Good Doctor. What's it called? An old show that was great was Kingdom. Okay, Kingdom. That's what it's called. Okay, so check out Kingdom. But yeah, man, that's really my thing. It was more shows that I watch that people don't watch. I watch Star Wars shows like The Mandalorian, and stuff like that. I'm looking forward to the Acolyte coming out. I just recently watched X-Men 97 season. Y'all know me. I'm a huge Marvel fan. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that aren't. You know what I mean? But I'm a huge DC, Marvel, and Star Wars fans. I watch a lot of DC, Marvel, and Star Wars content. And like I said, there's just like I like horror movies and stuff, and horror TV shows and stuff like that. So because for me, horror movies are hilarious. I don't know why. I don't know why, but horror movies are hilarious, man. Look, if you guys want to email your fan mail questions, and you can do so here at the Gridiron Podcast at gmail.com. Also, if you'd like to send over your questions to Double G over at Gridiron Nation, you can do so at Gridiron Nation Podcast at gmail. And get your questions sent over to him as well. You can follow him on social media as well. Follow Fuel on social media as well. You already know how we rock, man. But yeah, man, to answer your question, there's a bunch of shows that I watch that other people don't watch, bro. And honestly, I don't know how to explain it, but like, I don't know. It would be like major debate when it comes to certain shows that people be like, no, how can you watch that? You know what I mean? But yeah, that's just me, bro. But that's it for mail time today, y'all. That's all we had today. No, but I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. That's going to be about it for the show. But no, make sure you guys go and check out the new fuelsportsnetwork.com website. We are working on it as we speak. Like I said, man, there's a lot going on with Fuel, and we got a lot of news coming. So stay tuned. Make sure you follow all the socials as well. Make sure you follow the socials of the Gridiron as well, right here on the following. You know what I mean? The Gridiron Show on X, or the Gridiron. Got to remember if I did change it to show or not. On Facebook, it is the Gridiron Show. On YouTube, it's the Gridiron Show. IG, it's the Gridiron Show, and TikTok, the Gridiron Show as well. And Spotify is at the Gridiron, and you can follow me on Spotify as well. Get the numbers up. Let's get it popping, man. New episode will be uploaded to the Gridiron page. If you guys want to go check it out and help out with the views. If you haven't subscribed to the Gridiron on YouTube, please do so. Let's get those numbers up. We're at 23. We're at 23. It's okay. It's okay. We're going to get them up there. We're going to get them up there, y'all. We definitely going to get them up there. But no, I want to thank you guys for tuning in this week and hanging out with me. Make sure you guys tune in this Thursday to the Jersey the King show. I'll have some Aces news, Vegas Nighthawks news, and some other Vegas news as far as sports teams and whatever events going on in Vegas coming up, which we have a lot of events coming up. So you already know, man, I'm excited. I'm excited for what the week has to hold. But hey, this is going to do it for the Gridiron today. Next week, I mean, Gabe will be back in the building, y'all. So make sure you tune in. Of course, he will be back. I want to thank you guys all for tuning in today. And again, thank you guys for making fuel what we are and helping us get to where we are and growing and expanding and doing what we're doing. We're able to, merge and all this stuff, man. But I'm very grateful for you guys to support us the way you do, man. And we love you and appreciate you guys. Make sure you tune in to all the shows. Monday's lineup is coming, Smoking Guns, Bottom Line, as well as 1 p.m. Eastern in the afternoon. You got the A Train show for Association Monday. So make sure you guys tune in, man. I love you guys. This is the Gridiron. I'm your host, Jersey the King, Kevin, Jersey the King Wumble. Double G will be back next week. We love you guys. Peace out.